Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
All right, here we go. It's Hy-Vee Today. It's middle of the week, Wednesday, the 13th of November. Good to be with you on another cold start to the day. If you're watching this at night, it's probably even colder outside, which is not fun. Yesterday, I had the tire pressure light on in my car, so I had to put like 6 pounds in each tire because, you know, it's really cold out, and it shouldn't be this early, but we live in Iowa, and we'll get through it. So if you've had to deal with that, I totally feel for you and understand. A couple things I need to mention before we get rolling. We have a lot of guests here with us that we'll get to in just a second. Tomorrow we have a big Moonlight Madness sale here in the store. Maybe you saw this on our Facebook page or Instagram or Twitter, but it starts at 4 p.m., goes till 9 while supplies last. So one of those sales that is here and gone. You can see everything on the screen right there. Deals from the deli department to the meat department, Pepsi products, blueberry muffins, potatoes, shrimp, and more. So 4 till 9. Don't show up at 8:45 and be disappointed if some of that stuff is gone, because it says while supplies last, and it is over at 9. So, and then also don't show up at 3:30 and expect the price to, because it won't start till 4. So it's kind of set that way. Sorry, Chris, you can't show up at 3:15 and expect to get that deal. Not this time, pal. Maybe next time. Today's also Wellness Wednesday here at the store. You can save 10% off everything in the health market on organic produce and health and beauty care items. So if you needed to stock up on that, I encourage you to come here on Wednesdays. That 10% off can really add up, especially when you talk about organic produce and then all the vitamins that are in the health market. It's a really massive aisle of awesome deals. So please feel free to come here each and every Wednesday for that. And I'll tell you this, there's a couple other things we're working on in the health market, and including a great deal on the gluten-free products that we're going to roll out, I would say, maybe in the next week or so. So keep an eye out for that. Next up to mention 2 Weeks of Love. So we'll talk about this more after 9, but the 19th annual 2 Weeks of Love supporting the Salvation Army, a little different this year with respects to the order of events. So December 2nd through the 6th, we're going to have Toy Time. So looking for toy donations first when the Tantera Hawkeye Hauler is parked at Krieger's. And then the 9th to the 13th, the truck will be back here at Hy-Vee with freezing for food. So why are the weeks different? Because Thanksgiving is so late this year. So that's a little thing that we'll talk a lot about, because I want you to make sure you're contributing to that cause to help out the Salvation Army. And I think you'll be shocked at the amount of people that have signed up for Christmas help. They need it. The need is real, and we'll talk to Lieutenant Greg Bach with the Salvation Army later this morning. And last but not least, just something nice I saw online yesterday. Our friends at Team Staffing making a good donation to Pearl City Outreach, and Sharon Phillips pictured in the middle with Abby Curtis and Craig Utley. So $1,000 to purchase some holiday meals. So 'tis the season to help folks out. And Pearl City Outreach does a fabulous job, and shout out to Pastor Sharon Phillips and everybody down there. All right, we've got a lot of guests with us. I'm the only one not wearing blue. Shame on me. I also don't have a cardigan on. Today's World Kindness Day, and a lot of people wearing cardigans. My friend Megan Kaufman-Randall, who works at Carver Pump, was just here, had a cardigan on, insisted that I wore it for a second to take a picture. So hopefully you're wearing a cardigan, and at the very least you're going to be kind to one another today. So I feel like I just want to let our guests introduce themselves, because we have so many here, and it's only right to do that. And I guess maybe, I don't know, Kim, if you want to like either lean or... we have, look at this, we got a full house right here. All right, so we'll start with...
I'm Nancy Carlisle.
Kara?
Hi, I'm Kara Zigman, the dietitian here at Hy-Vee.
I'm Kim Seligman with the Muscatine Diabetes Project.
Melanie Steckel from the Muscatine Community Y.
Allison Castle, Holistic Health Coach.
Holy moly, look at all of us. And I'm wearing purple. What's the deal? Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
You know, Nancy, you're always looking out for me. And this is a one-size-fits-most hat, right?
Fits most. Yeah.
All right, so you're all here because, and thanks for getting a shot of that, Chad. That's what the folks at home were looking, a little bit of a cap there. So we're all here because November, whether the folks at home knew this, is National Diabetes Awareness Month. And you're going to realize that, Kim, when folks get the Discover Muscatine newspaper in their mailbox, I didn't know you were on the back page. You flip it open and, oh my gosh, turn it to the back and check that out. So this is going to be in the mailboxes of 22,500 homes, and it's important to talk about this. Now, what I think is fascinating is what we're trying to get everybody to do, and we're going to talk more about that in a second. But I guess let's just back up and just National Diabetes Month. There's a lot going on. We certainly think about folks that are dealing with diabetes every day, but this month in particular is their time to be spotlighted, right?
That is correct. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and it focuses around World Diabetes Day, which is tomorrow, November 14th. And November 14th is Dr. Banting's birthday, and he discovered insulin in 1921. So we're almost going on 100 years of the discovery of insulin. So that's why November is National Diabetes Awareness Month.
It's absolutely fantastic, and I didn't realize that World Diabetes Day was tomorrow, but that makes sense. And for you, Nancy, with what you get to do at Unity Point Health is help so many people, but then you also have type 1 diabetes, right?
I do have type 1, and I'm really thankful for Dr. Frederick Banting and his partners for that research on insulin, the discovery of that life-saving medicine.
Yeah, absolutely, and it makes sense why everybody's here, because for folks that are dealing with type 1 or type 2 diabetes, managing that is so important. So is a healthy diet with respects to what Kara can talk about, and getting active at the Y. So when folks see this, and there's the Muscatine Diabetes Project Facebook page, Kim, when folks get the paper in the mail, the goal is, as it says, to help rank Muscatine County #1 by 2021. And so between now and then, we have an opportunity to get this risk assessment done, and it's literally on the back of the paper right there.
That is correct.
And then Nancy was kind enough to bring it for me, so you want me to do that today?
We would love to have that, and it's an opportunity for people to do their awareness of their own personal risks of diabetes. And it's a quick 7 questions. Most of us can answer pretty easily. How old are you?
Yeah. Old enough, Nance.
All right. But the risk factors start at age 40
Okay.
that we strongly increase, and so you start getting a point for every decade. After 60, we only give you 3 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and you can see again, we're showing you the back page of the paper. And Kim, it's important for everybody to take part in this and get this filled out, and it would be great for Muscatine to be ranked #1. And I love what it says. It's got some of this information might be hard for folks to understand, but it says right here, the health needs assessment identified Muscatine County with an obesity prevalence at 49.2%. So, and diabetes at 17.9, and there it is on the screen right there. So this is real, and folks need to be aware of it. And if you can do this quick assessment, they should. Everybody's encouraged to do that, right?
Right, and a lot of people are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. If you look at the statistic that we have here in Muscatine County, 49.2% is a lot of individuals, a lot of adults. So we want to put the awareness out, and all of us sitting here in front of you are a part of the 2019-2021 Muscatine County Empowering Healthy Behaviors Initiative.
Perfect.
I know it's a big
That's a
name.
mouthful.
It's a big name, but we have a goal.
Sure.
And so we have 2 years, and this is one of our first rollouts, just to let people take the test. You may have warning signs that you're not listening to. Pre-diabetes is reversible.
Sure.
Type 2 diabetes is not. Once you become diabetic, you are diabetic for life.
Sure.
So that percentage of individuals that are at risk for, or live with pre-diabetes, that when they take this test, if they score 5 or higher, they're going to know that they need to visit with their healthcare provider.
Sure.
And then we also have a number of, on the backs of this, your test, is we have a number of resources
that's awesome.
within Muscatine County. So we want to help individuals, whatever stage they're in, with their pre-diabetes risk assessment, or if they have type 2 diabetes, what's available. And I can let Nancy speak about some of the programs that we have at Trinity Muscatine Public Health. And then we can have Mel and Kara speak as well to some of the programs.
Perfect. Nance, take it away.
So because it's 1 out of 9 persons who have that risk factor in Iowa for prediabetes, we really want to reduce that. And one of our best options that we have at Muscatine Public Health is our diabetes prevention program.
Sure.
And that is also available countywide for persons to enroll in that self-awareness and changing of their risk factors. We also have our diabetes education programs for if and when somebody does develop diabetes. And we have the ability of our care coordination staff to help find resources for medications and other financial needs for persons with diabetes.
Yeah, and it's important to note, again, because one of the things that I had written down was misinformation that exists about diabetes. And it seems like, and Kim just already touched on this, that for folks that have type 2, I mean, there are people that will have success stories that will have type 2 diabetes and then get it so to the point where they maybe don't have to take medication, but that doesn't cure them of having diabetes, right?
Diabetes, because their pancreas is not functioning as well as it should, and that is not going to improve. It is only in that prevention stage when we have pre-diabetes, which is an A1C of under 6.4,
Sure.
and blood sugar under 125 is their risk factors for that.
But why do you think that exists? Because it's out there, right? I mean, folks, not that it's out there in the sense that, well, if you get type 2, all you have to do is get more active, and then you don't have type 2 anymore. But that's kind of the perception can be. Certainly being active and having a healthy diet will help. But I really think there's people that have that have had such great success, but that it needs to be clear that it's not a cure. Once you get to that point, you can manage it and get off medication, which is great, right? But ultimately, it's still there.
It's a management style, and that's where we at Public Health have many resources to help with that management.
Sure.
And then we want to prevent it.
Yeah,
Always want to
right.
prevent it.
Absolutely. And a great picture from one of the walks, which is just an awesome event that we'll definitely touch on in a minute. Kara, for you here at Hy-Vee, in your role, being able to literally help folks navigate the store, incorporate different things into their diets, make substitutions, it's really awesome. And I imagine for someone that would be pre-diabetic, there's things that you can do as well, right?
Well, I love it because I often get folks in that their doctors tell them they're pre-diabetic or they've been just diagnosed with diabetes. So I'm here to provide education, guidance. We'll walk the store, we'll look at labels, we'll educate on reading food labels, talking about meal patterns. Obviously, we always encourage activity and exercise, so we talk about the why. We talk about, if they are diabetic, the diabetes education program, so it's really an all-encompassing, also the support group. And as Nancy talked about, the A1C, so on, I guess it's a week from this Friday, November 22nd, here at Hy-Vee between 8 a.m. and noon. The Healthy U-Mobile, it's a big Winnebago with Hy-Vee Healthiness, you can't miss it. We'll be parked out front, and from 8 to noon, it's just no appointments, but come on by. We're doing free A1C tests. You don't have to fast. It's a quick test, probably maybe 10 minutes tops. It's quick, it's simple. We'll get a number. I'll talk to you about your results, whether it's a normal pre-diabetic range or diabetic in the diabetic range, and then would refer you to some appropriate sources. So if you're pre-diabetes, I can talk with you about setting up something here or, go from there.
Yeah, it's such a good resource to be
And
able to
Tony,
have.
this is amazing. I want to talk to everybody out there. This is free.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that Hy-Vee does this. I think this is our second year that you've done that. And the Muscatine Diabetes Project has sponsored A1C tests through some health fairs. And so anybody out there listening that just wants to check their A1C to see where they're at, if they're in that pre-diabetes range and it's moving up and you're not paying attention to it, it's really time to go visit your doctor and get some help on that, because pre-diabetes, we can't speak more about that today, is you have an opportunity to make a lifestyle change.
Right, and that's what it's all about. I'm just sitting here filling out my form, and I don't know, how did I do, Nance? I got a 3.
3 is okay. It's when you hit 5 and above that your risk factors are there. And you got 1 just for being a guy.
I was going to say, what's the deal with this sexist form? And it says, are you a man or a woman? If you're a guy, 1 point. If you're a lady, no points. What's happening there?
You truly have more risk factors
Oh,
as a
come
guy.
on.
More persons with of gentlemen have diabetes than ladies do.
Listen, that's the first time anybody's called me a gentleman on this show. Yeah, but that's disappointing to hear that guys have that working against us, but it's also more motivation to stay on top of diet and exercise. Kim, I wonder if you literally unclick that mic and just hand it to Mel, and then we'll talk to Allison in a second. I see Mel when I'm at the Y. I just saw her the other night when I had the boys there. Yes, Mel, of course, being physically active, getting to places like the Y, talking to folks like yourself. I think it can be intimidating for folks that maybe haven't worked out in a while, but it's such a relaxed setting at the Y. I don't feel like, I mean, you don't intimidate.
I try not to.
You try not to. But just talk about that, because it can be really as simple as, getting on a treadmill or just moving more, right?
Well, we try to be able to provide the classes and activities and facilities for people to become more active, especially this time of year when it gets cold really fast, and now it's dark outside really soon, and people can't get their walking in. So we hope that they'll come inside to the Y and feel comfortable to be able to continue their exercise program through the winter months in particular.
Absolutely. And then Allison, for you, I mean, obviously helping folks deal with this. I mean, it can be such a sensitive subject. I feel like there's a lot of families that are dealing with kids that are receiving that type 1 diagnosis, but then the type 2 folks. I mean, I don't want to say that it impacts everybody equally, but it definitely makes a big difference in their life. So talk about what you're able to do to help folks. And this is so great to have everybody here, by the way. This is the most guests we've had on the show, but this is awesome. So go ahead.
So the biggest thing I help is with the actual habit change piece.
Perfect.
Many times you'll get, the doctor says, you need to do something about this. And when my clients come to me, they're like, what do I do? How do I do that? How do I incorporate these healthy habits into my life? Because that can be the most difficult part. We can be used to the certain way we eat, the certain way we live our life, our certain daily schedules, and change can be difficult. Change can be painful. So that is the biggest piece I help with. I help them incorporate those healthy habits that they know they're supposed to do, but are having trouble doing them.
We were just talking about this here at work the other day. How long does it take for a habit? I mean, is it 60 days, 90 days? What would you say?
The standard, they say, is 21 days.
21 days?
Yeah,
wow.
that's the standard. But, that's consistency. If you're consistent for 21 days, that's the start of the habit. But, it has, the consistency is the biggest piece of it. So,
absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to dabble in a habit change or lifestyle change for a week, and then those types of ups and downs have to be just catastrophic, ultimately, the yo-yo effect, if you will, right?
Exactly. And I think that's one thing, people have to see it as a lifestyle change.
Sure.
I think that's kind of the difficult thing. Most people, may come to me and they do some sort of diet.
Sure.
And there's some fad things out there that are happening that happen all the time.
Sure.
It shifts from thing to thing, but it can't be a diet. It has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be something you do forever, the rest of your life.
Forever, right. That's the thing that can
That's
be so...
the catch.
Overwhelming.
And that's what can be so tough. But again, having all of these resources here, that's what it's all about. And Nancy, for sure that the moment that somebody receives that diagnosis, the last thing you want is for them to feel alone.
Right.
They're not. And if they've ever gone to the walk, my gosh, that you're not alone. But they need to understand, and that's where Unity Point Health and everybody does such a great job, whether it's the coordination of care or just the surrounding the total
And that's
person.
what this committee is formed for, is that helping with that third challenge that was identified by the Community Health Needs Assessment.
Sure.
That we truly have mental health, we have drug abuse, then we have obesity, diabetes, and all of those nutrition factors. And so the Empowering Healthy Behaviors Committee for Muscatine County, I said it backwards, but it's of that committee. And we're all together here to help the county make changes. And that's where we're ranked way down there in the state, or in our counties of Iowa, for our healthy behaviors. Cedar County is number 3.
Oh, wow.
So it's just amazing that just down the road, a whole other county is so much healthier than we are. So we're looking at the factors that we can change.
Sure.
So is it the working at the bringing different behaviors forward, just like taking this risk test, being able to know where your you need to change.
Yeah.
And then looking at the things that at the Y, looking at the different opportunities that we can make differences at the school. Can we have healthier snacks being brought in for the different students? So there's many things that we can do as a county to make those changes.
And Kim, always, this is going to be, and I mean this with all due respect. So a couple of times at the store, we'll have things like the burger night deal with unlimited French fries, and Kim would say, "How about unlimited fruit or vegetables?"
Right.
And yes, it is definitely an option. So I just appreciated that. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, "Did Kim, no, she's not wrong, though. I mean,
Right.
you're not wrong, right?" I mean, I think it is about someone that's experienced dieting and putting weight back on and trying to figure out that balance in life and everything else that can. There are obstacles out there for folks, but they need to know that. I mean, I certainly, sitting here, the last thing I would want to have to worry about is what I'm putting into my body leading to eventually having something like type 2 diabetes. I mean, it just, when I think about that, it's like, no, I don't want that to happen. I mean, I know folks that have to deal with that, and it's not something that I want. So whatever the motivation is, I just hope people will understand that, because it seems like as we get older, some folks just say, well, this is the hand I was dealt, and there's nothing I can do about it, and it's not true. I mean, there's people can live long, healthy, happy lives that are full of good times, great experiences. They don't just have to be complacent with where they're at, and that's where they, again, getting this information out there, and when knowledge is power, and when you can get something like that piece in front of that many people, it's just great. And then I like this a lot. So this is the participation. So I get to do the official thumbprint. Is that
Official
right?
thumbprint, yes,
Okay.
please.
So
So then you can say you took it.
Yes.
Well,
We're all going to show our
Right,
thumbs.
I was gonna say, I'll also be able to explain to people why I have a blue thumb and a purple shirt. I
Oh,
didn't really get it.
make sure you get that thumb in there. Roll it in there.
Listen, Kim.
You roll it in there. We want
I
to
don't
see
get
it.
fingerprinted that often, right?
Oh, well, let's hope not,
It's not
Tony.
going to go on it. You need-
Growing up with a policeman father, I tried to not, where should I go? Anywhere?
Right there's a
Right
great
there?
spot.
I bet my
Right
giant
there.
thumbprint will stick out just a little bit, huh? All right, my cuticles look terrible, Chad. I'm glad you're zooming in on it. Thank you for that. Never gonna have a manicure over here. All right, that's a statement.
Good
Look
job,
at that
Tony.
thing. Holy moly, you can't miss that one. Don't zoom in too much. People try and steal
Yeah,
my
I was gonna
identity out
say.
of there, right? That's awesome. And then I love this. This is great. So again, for folks that are, I guess I can get my blueprint on the back. You want people to have this and maybe take a picture with it and put it out on social media?
Oh, that'd be
Social
great.
media.
Yeah.
And we're doing that for the public health, Trinity Muscatine, other groups are doing that.
It's great.
Yeah,
This
there's
is-
going to be a campaign tomorrow
Okay.
on our Facebook page, Muscatine
Perfect.
Diabetes Project. And if Chad would like to go back there, we do have that graphic on there.
Awesome.
We've made it as simple as possible. You just click on that,
Okay.
and then you take the 7-question test, less than a minute, and then you know where you're at. You know where your risk is at. And then if we ask that you share that to your Facebook page, and let's get the momentum going across Muscatine County.
Yeah, and again, tomorrow, November 14th, is World Diabetes Day, and that's worth celebrating. And the type 1 diabetes is tough when that affects young people, and we see them and their families and their support systems at the annual walk, and I'm assuming you have the date for that.
May 1st. It's,
Yeah.
It's always the first
I was
Friday
gonna
in
say.
May.
Yeah, so May 1st,
We're on May Day.
Oh, May Day, yeah.
It's on May Day this
Yeah.
year, and that'll be coming up quick. And I want to think
Right.
about May because there won't be any of that snow out there.
We
Right?
hope there won't be any snow in May.
Listen, I
Yeah,
never
let's
thought.
hope not.
I never
We
thought
live in
there'd be
Iowa.
snow on Halloween.
Right.
And that was wild, wasn't it? All right. So, is there anything else that I've missed or that we should mention to the folks at home? Again, November, National Diabetes Awareness Month. We want you to participate in this test and kind of see where you're at. Free A1C screening November 22nd, which is awesome here
Right.
at Hy-Vee. The walk on May 1st. There's the diabetes support group that meets. When do they meet?
All right, second Tuesday of the month, although we do take December and July off.
December and July, yeah.
So so you just met, was it yesterday?
Actually, yesterday was canceled just due to the cold weather and everything. We did cancel it.
But again, there's options out there, and nobody is going through type 1 or type 2 diabetes alone.
That is correct. We're here to support you in Muscatine.
It's not the case. All right. Well, did I miss anything though? I mean,
you did great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Just everybody visit the Muscatine Diabetes Project Facebook page.
Sure.
And look for that. Take the test. If you get a paper, which everyone should get one in their mailbox, take the test.
Yeah, take the test. I mean, what did I scored a 3. Right, and that's better than I thought I was going to do. Again, I got 1 point for just being a fella, so I'd like to make that 2 if I could. But no, I mean, it's awesome, and it just kind of breaks it down by height and weight, and you can kind of see where you're at in a quick way. Activity. I have 3 kids, and they don't stop moving. So, and then sometimes I take them to the Y to try and burn energy, and then fight at the Y, and it's a whole thing. And I try not to yell at them at the Y. Because I don't want to be the guy that's yelling at his kids at the Y. Mel puts me in a headlock, and it's a weird thing. So I feel like as long as my kids keep us busy,
well, it's good for them too.
Yeah, it's great for them. Let me tell you, they're
right.
Yes, healthy behaviors like.
But Tony, we appreciate you being able to give us time here.
Sure.
And also we'll come back because we've got a lot of activities planned to bring awareness to prediabetes in Muscatine to lower that percentage.
Yeah.
And our goal is to rank Muscatine County number 1 by 2021. We're setting it high, but we're going to work hard.
Well, it seems like Muscatine having gone through the Blue Zones process and that. I mean, this doesn't seem out of line. So I think we won that water tower contest, so we can get people rallied and motivated to get involved. And you'll see this again on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. It's pretty awesome to be able to have that much information go to the entire county, quite frankly. So this is excellent. Thank you all for being here very much. I appreciate it. It's great seeing everybody.
Thank you.
And Chad, this is awesome. So before we go to Chris with the cart cam, maybe I'll just show you this again. Look at that. It's right there. So this is the back page, right? Here's the front side. Flip it around. You get it in the mail. You probably got it yesterday or today, depending on when they deliver your newspaper. And then it's all right there, including the assessment. It's just fantastic. All right, so our friend Chris has the Toyota Muscatine cart cam up and running. I've got a blue thumb, which is good, right? It was my choice. It wasn't like the baby that got into a green marker the other day and then just had green marker everywhere. And then I will hang on to this if that's all right. I will give you this fabulous hat back.
Don't you want to wear it tomorrow?
I would wear it tomorrow if you like. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, Nance, I will do that.
Wear it tomorrow.
I will keep the blue hat and remind folks that tomorrow's.
Diabetes Awareness Day tomorrow.
Kara, don't pressure me into wearing it at work all day. I got a large head. I don't know if you know that or not. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. One of the Facebook comments was a thorn between a bunch of roses. So, yeah, I appreciate that. That was Jessica Whitman who said that, by the way. All right, so here is Chris, Toyota Muscatine cart cam. Go a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Chris. Look at that. We're coming up on Thanksgiving and the holidays. You can come to Hy-Vee, buy the ham. Thank you, Allison. Good to see you. Buy the ham, get the turkey for free. Buy the ham, get the turkey for free. It's the best deal ever. Maybe you want to buy the ham and donate the turkey. Maybe you want to buy the ham and then donate the turkey to places like the Salvation Army of Muscatine. You could do that. That would work. I think Lieutenant Greg Bach getting accosted by all of our guests right now behind me. He knows everybody. He's talking to everybody. So, oh, yeah, that's always what it is. Fella in uniform. All right, so buy a ham, get a free turkey. Chris, why don't you grab one of those hams and just show the camera if you could. That's a 6.5 to 7 pound Hormel Cure 81 boneless ham, $26 to $27 in price. You can't miss it. It's right there near the meat department. Buy one of those. The turkey is free. It's an awesome deal, and we want you to pick one up. Remember, other places in town make you spend $50 and then give you the turkey. At Hy-Vee, it's $26, $27 on the ham, and the turkey is free, everybody. So you can see it right there. Good-looking shot. bunch of ham. Look how many hams are in that bunker. That's a lot of ham. Only marvelous. And then there's so much great options with the free turkey that comes with it. It's great. All right, now, Chris, if you keep going straight away from the hams towards your left, at the end of that bunker, there should be some bacon, if I'm not mistaken, because everything is better with bacon. Let's see. Yes! $2.99 bacon in there, and this looks really good. Mike Church was telling me about this yesterday, who's the meat department manager. That's just a whole bunch. That's just a whole mess of bacon. Looks awesome. So $2.99 for bacon is a great price. Check it out. And again, we're looking with the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. All right. So I go from being outnumbered by the ladies to having my friend Lieutenant Greg Bach with the Salvation Army of Muscatine. And I was just saying, Lieutenant, that we've got this deal at Hy-Vee where people can buy a ham and get the turkey for free. And if they were feeling generous and they bought the ham and they thought, well, I don't really need the turkey, they could donate it to places like the Salvation Army.
Good. Yes.
Right?
We're going to we're in the process of getting Christmas baskets together, looking
Yeah.
at who we can get meat from, turkey, ham, whatever, to give out in
Yeah.
those boxes. So, yeah, if they feel generous, we'll take it.
Isn't that a good deal? Good to see you. I'm trying not to get the blue thumb
I
on
saw
you
that.
since I
I
just
saw
did the diabetes thing. You're here, and it's off to the races with respects to
It is.
Red Kettle campaign. Red Kettles are going to be out and about. The official kickoff to the Red Kettle campaign is tomorrow
Yes.
at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Pearl City Station.
Pearl City Stations. I know there's a lot of other events going on in Muscatine tomorrow evening, so it'll be,
Sure.
a choice of what people want to go to. And a lot of great events.
Yeah.
So, we definitely understand that. But we just want to get the information out there that
Yeah.
kettle season is kicking off.
Yeah.
The more we can raise during kettle season, that
Sure.
determines how much help we can give the community. So we really just want to get the word out that we'll introduce the honorary Christmas chairs.
Yeah, that's really exciting. So new this year, a host of folks stepping up to the plate. So we've got Chief Jerry Ewers, we've got Chief Brett Talkington
Yeah.
with the police department, Jerry's with the fire department, and then Sheriff C.J. Ryan with the Muscatine County Sheriff's
Yeah.
Office. So that's awesome that they're all doing
That's
that.
like a powerhouse
Right.
co-chair campaign.
Yeah.
I look at other Salvation Armies and what they're doing, and the fact that we have the sheriff, the police chief, and the fire chief as our honorary co-chairs, and I have to give all the credit to this one to Esther Dean.
Sure.
Because
yeah, Esther's awesome.
that she is an asset to the Salvation Army, and she's been an advisory board member for years, and so this was her brainchild to have this.
She's awesome.
And yeah, it was really great.
So this event, the kickoff is open to the public.
Yes.
If they want to come out, that's great. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Pearl City Station.
Yeah.
But what we really need for folks that are watching is bell ringers. You need
man.
bell ringers. So you have these kettles in different locations. You've got 2 kettles that'll be inside Hy-Vee,
Yep.
which is one of the few spots where you can ring the bell inside. And what I love is this registertoring.com website, and it's right there. So this is genius, Lieutenant Bach. I
Yeah.
love that the Salvation Army put this out.
I wish I could take credit for it. I can't. A marketing campaign, Summit Marketing did it. So this is the first year Muscatine's using it.
Sure.
And of course, there's going to be kinks. There's going to be little, quirks to it, but it really is a cool thing because
It's awesome.
you don't have to call into us anymore and not get somebody on the other end
Yeah.
and call and call and call and not get somebody. You can go online now and you can see every location that we have. You can see the dates and the times that are
So
open.
awesome.
And then when you register your account, you can, like, if you have a group, you can add bell ringers and their information from there.
So
Then at the
great.
very end, when you finish your shift and we've collected your bucket, we're going to count it and we can put into your account, let you know how much your group raised. So
That's
that's
super cool.
something that people always wonder, like, how much?
Right.
How did I do? Well,
Yep.
now you know. We can put it in register to ring for you.
That's so cool. And again, like Lieutenant just said, down to the location and the time. So if you're thinking, well, there's a Sunday, I could go to Hy-Vee on the floral side for 2
Yeah.
hours. It's that specific.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to be able to do that from your phone, from your
Yes.
computer, from your tablet. And I encourage you, because the Red Kettle campaign, the goal is very ambitious.
It is.
What is it, $180,000?
$180,000 is our Red Kettle campaign. Look, I've done this before, but it was only a $60,000 campaign, and that's when I lived in the Red Kettle in Northern Michigan, and
that's a lot.
I had to do that to even raise the last 10
right.
for that campaign. 180, that's a big chunk.
It's a lot of money.
But I think we can do it. I know we can do it.
Yeah.
If everybody can contribute 2 hours. And every hour counts. So every location counts. And listen, if you walk by a kettle and you think, I don't have $1 to put in, I have a nickel, give the nickel.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Really, every cent matters.
And what I've said for years is, if you can't, even if you don't have that nickel, but you have 2 hours, ringing the bell versus a kettle going unmanned or unwomanned, ultimately that's the best thing ever, because if the stats are out there, an unmanned really kettle, nobody donates.
Right.
Nobody donates. Yeah. It's that person ringing that you see when you come in, and then that's a lot of times what happens. You'll see the person ringing when you come into a place like Hy-Vee, and then by the time you get done and you're heading out, you're making that donation.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people would say, well, I don't have cash. You can donate checks, of course, and this is even cooler. And I know.
Did you see it?
I did see it.
Did you see it?
Unbelievable. No, you say it. You're the guy. I mean,
no, but your voice is so much cooler than mine.
What? You have a cool, you got a little accent. I just have hey, I grew up in the Chicago area. I got, I don't have a cool. I got a little Southern charm thing going on.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so new this year, because people are always like, I don't have cash. Now we have Google Pay and Apple Pay.
That's awesome.
You just scan the code. There'll be little signs on the bottom right-hand corner of our kettle signs. Just scan the code, and you can donate right from your phone. So it kind of takes out the excuse of, I don't have cash. And that happened to me in Chicago when I was at the college for officer training.
I bet it did.
I was
all
downtown,
the time.
and those guys selling those newspapers, which is a great program for them. Yep. It helps them keep them out of poverty.
Yep.
I said, I don't have any cash, and he goes, well, we have a card reader.
We have a card reader.
So I was like,
yeah.
Oh, we don't have card readers in our kettles, but we have the ability to do Apple Pay and Google Pay.
It's pretty cool. So again, I want to mention this really quick. So that's the kettles are decorated. They look so cool. What a great idea to decorate them. There's lights on them. Yes. And then we have to address the dinosaur in the picture. So I got asked to take, and this is all true. So Monday, I got asked to take a delivery for Isles Online to a great group home that takes care of special needs guys. And I was happy to do it. As I left on the bank side, and I saw Joe was outside ringing the bell, and I freaked out.
He's a Red Kettle rock star.
I'm like, why is he ringing the bell outside? So I called Lieutenant Bach, and he answers, and it sounded like he was outside, but there was an echo. And he goes, I'm inside a Triceratops costume. And I said, where? Chad, I think I airdropped you another picture of just the Triceratops costume. And I said, where? And he said, at your store on the other entrance. So I didn't even see Lieutenant Bach until I got back. And I kind of was like, for a second, I legitimately thought, oh my gosh, he doesn't remember that the kettles can go inside. So we got him inside, but why not ring in a dinosaur costume?
Why
right?
not?
Yeah.
Here's the deal with those. Okay, I'm a kid at heart, right? I'm 33 years old, but I still have small kids. So when I was in Chicago and I saw these T-Rex costumes, we were in Boys Town. So the Pride Parade was happening, and there was a ton of these inflatable T-Rex costumes. I thought, I want one of those costumes.
Yeah.
So I went and got one. And I didn't tell my kids about it. I went and got it. I put it on, and they freaked out. They ran across the apartment, hid in the bathroom, and closed the door until their mom got home. I loved it so much that I went and got the Triceratops costume. And, the creativity that people can just come up with when they ring the bell, that's what it's all. Have fun, be creative, and have a good time.
And that's important to note. You could rock the Santa hat. You can wear an inflatable. My friend, and I don't know if you've met Alma because she's on the board now. So Alma Brunson, just last year was randomly ringing the bell, and she has a T-Rex costume as well. And I was like, of course it's Alma. She's so great. So yeah, you in anything.
Oh, she has one too.
Oh, she does.
Oh, we might have like a trio of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
having
that's
to do this.
Whatever it takes to hit $180,000.
You know, I have the child-sized T-Rex costume for my son Samuel.
Perfect.
And the pink pony inflatable costume for my daughter Grace. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but this is what she gets.
I would say whatever it takes, and if it helps people make that donation, whether it is cash, check, scanning the QR code to donate from your phone, there's always, and we have this in Muscatine, and I don't even know who it is, there's a guy that has like these gold coins that he donates, which is super cool. And you'll hear stories on the news about sometimes in bigger cities like Salvation Army in Chicago would always get somebody that would donate some like really rare piece of, and I can tell you as someone that's helped count kettles, which is something I'd never done until last year, it's amazing what you see in a kettle and how much they can really collect. It's unbelievable.
It's cool to see the money come in, but it's also cool just to kind of sift through the change and find as officers in Salvation Army, if you hashtag red kettle finds, you'll see officers from across the country that are taking pictures of random coins and just really unique things they find in kettles.
It's awesome.
It's kind of entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
But then to really count the money and see how much has come in, you'd be surprised how much that change. When I say every penny counts, it all adds up. And there's been times where the change has outdone the cash in the kettle.
Unbelievable.
So
that's absolutely fantastic.
It all counts.
So you're in the jump off period for the Red Kettle campaign, getting people to go to that registertoring.com, get signed up to Ring, please, if you can. Do it. It's so easy to. You can do it on your phone right now. And then also the 2 Weeks of Love campaign is in its 19th year. Little change. We talked about this at the start of the show. Little bit of a reversal of the week. So from December 2nd to the 6th, the big Hawkeye hauler truck, which is super cool, will be at Krieger's for this toy time, where folks are encouraged to bring a new unwrapped toy. Build the truck. December 9th through 15th, the truck will be here in our parking lot for freezing for food. And, you know, from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., the truck is open for your food donation. And this thing over the years, and I know that you're new to this, but you've learned a lot. But, Chad, if you zoom in on the picture of Stinky, top right-hand corner up there.
Oh, man.
So Stinky and Jeff Storm, his friend, and all the people that help out with Stinky's House of Horrors. I think on Halloween night they got like almost 5,000 pounds of food.
I went down there.
You did? Okay.
I went through the haunted house.
Yeah, what'd you think?
And you know, Troy, he went up the hill with us, and then he went in front of us, and I thought, oh man, he's getting his people prepared because we're coming through. Right. Man, and it really was like I jumped a lot.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
It's his own house.
It was fantastic.
I just hope people understand that the guy takes his own. Who else is going to turn their own house into a haunted house? They had like 1,100 strangers in his house.
It was legit too. It was like a quality haunted house. And so
it's unbelievable.
You know, here's my thing is we've been in this community for 127 years.
Sure.
Which means that for 127 years, this community has supported the Salvation Army to support those people in need.
Sure.
So if you have an event coming up that supports the Salvation Army, let me know, because I would love to come out to your event and show you my support.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying I can't do it alone.
Sure.
My wife and I can't do it alone. Us and the board can't do it alone. It takes the community to really make a difference, you know. And when we work together, I want to be able, like, perfect example is Viola Warner.
Sure, Viola's awesome.
She's been doing this toy campaign with the bikes for 14 years.
Unbelievable.
Like she's a rock star.
She just wanted to help out. Her and her friends. It's crazy.
And it's grown so much over the years. So I was showing up to Boonies and to Jody's and whatever I can do to show my support for folks that are supporting Salvation Army. And then not just that, I want to be involved.
Sure.
I want to know what's going on. I want to have the pulse of the community, the pulse of the area that we serve and who we serve. So if I can come out, even if it's not a Salvation Army event or to sponsor us, let me know what you have going on. And I just want to come out and be involved.
No, I love that. And there's a lot of ways that you can get involved if you're watching and you understanding the reach, and again, we're talking about helping folks around the holidays, and you just wrapped up, getting folks signed up for Christmas assistance
Yes.
for this year, and you said it was like 423 families,
Yes.
which breaks out to probably over 1,000
Over
plus
1,000,
people, right?
Yeah. And let me put this out there. So this was the first year, since we're new here,
Sure.
we want to get a feel for our program. So we reined in all the applications from agencies being able to take them.
Sure.
And it's just because I'm new and I want to see how the program works.
Yeah.
That's why we did that. We want to see people face to face, talk to them. So if you are out there and you didn't get signed up for Christmas because you couldn't make it down to Salvation Army, or some people are afraid.
Sure.
To come down and ask for help, and they feel comfortable with their caseworker at their agency. Go to your agency, contact your agency, and have them call us.
Sure.
And because listen, our mission is to help people.
Right.
So I don't want to turn anyone away. I don't want any kid to wake up on Christmas morning and not have the best Christmas ever. Yep. So if you've fallen through the cracks, we've had 6 days of signups, but if people have fallen through the cracks, let us know.
Sure.
Because our heart is to help them.
Yeah.
So
and it's important to have everybody aware that, again, we're talking about just around the holidays, helping over 1,000 people. And that's why you're seeing pictures from events like this past Sunday with the police department and a toy drive they did at Contrary Brewing. And that's why folks are getting involved, whether it's Viola or Stinky or the police department or the individuals that are going to ring the bell, to the folks that are going to be able to donate food or toys. It all is serving the good.
Yes.
The one thing I want to make sure that people understand is when you talk about the total kettle campaign and $180,000, that is money that is staying in Muscatine.
Thank you.
Every single penny. So if you're putting a penny in a kettle or $1,000, it's staying in Muscatine to serve in all the different ways that you can help. And I think it's a lot to unpack as far as all the services, but I'd love for you to hit on a couple of them just so folks understand. You talk about $180,000, it's a lot of money, but there's a lot of things that you do at 1,000
I think it is
South
important
Oregon
to understand that that money doesn't go from our kettles to some big account in Peoria, Illinois, where our divisional headquarters is.
Right.
It goes to CBI Bank and Trust.
Yeah.
It goes to our local accounts here, and it goes to fund programs like the after-school program, the summer day camp program, helping people with rent, helping people with utilities, helping people, like car repairs, our Pathway of Hope program, where we kind of do a more intensive case management with people. It goes to help them figure out why they're in poverty, figure out why, and maybe it's not poverty, but maybe it's a mindset of there's always an emergency.
Sure.
A day-to-day, they live in a day-to-day where they're in the state of emergency all the time. And it goes to help figure those out. So pay for budgeting classes, help people with childcare, help people with car repairs, help people learn how to write a resume. So it goes to help people better themselves. We just want to make lives better. And that having this goal met this year, which it hasn't been met in many years.
Yes.
We'll do phenomenal things with the community, and it'll help us to be able to better work with other agencies in town.
Sure.
And pick up gaps where maybe they can't. So, fill in the gap where they can't.
And again, it can be as simple as 2 hours ringing a bell. If you're thinking, how does that translate to helping chip away at $180,000? I promise that it does, because like I said, I was counting kettles, and last year we did the first ever Battle of the Bells, and in 12 hours time between two kettles we had nearly, it was like $6,000 or something.
Yeah.
And anything like that, like you want to challenge Lieutenant Bach, you want to challenge your coworkers. If you're at, does CBI Bank want to challenge another bank or credit union or whatever? Does Toyota Muscatine want to challenge Krieger's and vice versa? Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes, you're not going to probably say no, right?
I will
to
accept
a good idea.
Anybody who wants to challenge me, I will accept the challenge.
And sometimes man camps in giant kettle until Salvation Army reaches goal. That man, Lieutenant Greg Bach, and you are going to have, you can tell the people right now that Hoffman Inc. is building you a giant red kettle.
Listen, Hoffman Inc. has been incredible.
It's awesome.
Chris Lee and the whole family there and the workers there. So what's even cooler about this is that the high school students from Muscatine High School are going to help build this thing.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be something that's just like people don't. I mean, donors helped us get it, the contacts from the board, but the students of Muscatine High School are going to help build this kettle. Like how cool. How cool is that? So that'll be unveiled at the Downtown Stroll.
Holiday Stroll, Friday, December 6th.
Yes, Holiday Stroll. And then another event coming up, which is really cool, is Lefty and the Spinners.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Lefty and the Spinners. So Scott
playing
Hendricks,
at the Salvation Army. Yeah.
He's our building engineer, right?
Yeah.
He helps keep the building nice and tidy and clean.
Sure.
I didn't know that the man was like a music legend with his band Lefty and the Spinners.
Yeah.
But November 30th from 7 to 10 p.m., free of charge. There'll be a kettle there for donations. If you want to make a donation to the Salvation Army, that'll be cool. We'll have concessions, but they've been nominated for the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So, and they don't do that many shows anymore, Lefty and the Spinner. So to have them again put on the show at the Salvation Army is great. And yeah, that's a band that for I don't want to say 30 plus years, but maybe 30 plus years have been rocking folks across Muscatine County and across the state. And yeah, we hope that they get to go to the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's awesome. And for people that are thinking, why do you need a giant red kettle? Well, why do you have a Hy-Vee semi truck out in the parking lot, or why do people have billboards? A giant red kettle is essentially a huge awareness piece for the Salvation Army that can go to every parade and every event. You can show up with it. It's a novelty thing, so people will take pictures with it.
You can climb up inside the kettle with me and take pictures.
That's awesome.
While you're up there, we can talk about the services we provide, how we can help you.
Sure.
When I was in Northern Michigan doing this, every hour I'd go live on Facebook, and we would have different agencies, like leaders from agencies, come up and talk about how we work together, talk about what they're doing.
Sure.
It's a good. It literally is a platform,
right?
That you're high enough people stop and they watch and they take notice.
Yeah.
And you can say what you need to say. Back in the day, the Army used to have the brass band that would go out and play the instruments, and they'd beat the drum, boom, boom, boom. Well, this Salvation Army officer has a big red kettle that I'm going to take out, and I'm going to shout from my little kettle rooftop, you know, what we do in town.
Yeah.
And so if you want this kettle at your place of business, let me know, because we can. It's a transportable. It'll be on a trailer, so we can transport the kettle to different businesses.
Cool.
We can freeze your CEO or your supervisor for the day and raise some money that way as well. So
I think as I reflect on wanting to be able to do the Battle of the Bells again, I'm trying to think like we're gonna have to time this out so that it's a time in December when the kettle is ready.
Yeah.
And then when we do it for that day, you can just park it right out in front in between the entrances. And then you and I, because last year it was great. I mean, it was an awesome event. We had Channel 8, ABC affiliate news from the Quad Cities came down and did their morning broadcast.
Oh, really?
And it was awesome. And it was just and then I had a couple friends in my back pocket that matched donations for an hour, and people from the community came to ring, and it was a lot of fun. And again, if you can raise $6,000 in 12 hours, it's worth it in my opinion. So maybe we'll get a date ironed out for that.
They can come to their morning show from the kettle. They can all go up
we did the show from it was awesome. It was so if you're watching and you want to challenge Lieutenant Bach, or you want to challenge another place of business, if you work somewhere,
I'll take you up on it,
then you want to throw down, I encourage you to do so, because it's all gonna help, and it's gonna make a big difference. All right, there's a lot to unpack. Red Kettle kickoff tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Pearl City Station. Registertoring.com. Go to registertoring.com.
Yes.
Ring a bell at any of the kettles. We'd love to have you here at Hy-Vee, but there's other options, certainly. It's so easy to do. We've been showing you on the screen, registertoring.com. Pick your location, pick your dates, pick your time. Get signed up.
And if you're a person that says, I don't do the internet, I'm afraid of the internet, I don't do social media, I don't do any of that kind of stuff, call us, come down, visit us. We will do it for you in the office.
It's absolutely fantastic. All right. I appreciate your time. We covered a lot of ground, and I can't wait to see the giant red kettle and everything else that's going to be happening. It's a good time of the year.
It's exciting.
People love this time of year when they can get involved and they can make a difference and help out. And just, again, think about over 1,000 people just needing assistance for Christmas.
Yeah.
And maybe it's someone that maybe you received help years ago, and now it's time that you can pay it forward and give back. There's a lot of great stories out there.
Listen, if you see an empty red kettle and there's a bell sitting next to it, feel free to pick it up and wring your little heart out for as long as you want.
It's awesome.
So you can help out that way too.
I'm telling you what, I've done it here in the store. You know, our former store director would jump in when there were breaks in the action, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's so much easier to do this year with that registertoring.com. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yep. All right, Lieutenant Greg Bach, Salvation Army here in Muscatine, helping so many people this holiday season. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, we're going to mention a couple of things, and then we're going to get out of here because we had a lot of guests this morning. Holy smokes. What a busy show. I mean, we're almost at an hour. That's a good one. So, and I would prefer to have an 8:30 guest and a 9 guest because we've got the time, and hopefully you've enjoyed this on social media, or maybe you've been checking it out on MPW Cable. Don't forget, 7:30, 10:30 p.m. weeknights. You can catch the replay, the rebroadcast of this show. Maybe you only watch it on cable. There's so many people that the only place, they don't even know that this is a streaming thing or that it's in the morning. They see a bar behind me, they think it's at night. Get done with the show. This is just Starbucks coffee, though. I just let you know that. Sugar-free, and no Baileys in it unless Steve's putting some Baileys in there. I'm kidding. John says, where should I ring the bell? John, you can go, John works here. So we'll have 2 kettles here in the store, pal. Go to registertoring.com. And I would say, since you work here, John, when you're not working, ring the bell here at Hy-Vee. We've got the kettle near the floral shop and then near the CBI Superbank. And if you have an inflatable costume that you want to wear or whatever the case may be, feel free to do so. All right, I got to mention the Moonlight Madness ad tomorrow here at the store, 4 till 9 p.m. We'll put this on the screen for you. Check it out, all the great deals while supplies last. Moonlight Madness sale, bulk, boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.49 a pound. Pepsi 12 packs, 3 for $9. Must buy 3, limit 3. Deli shaved ham, $2.99 a pound. Russet potatoes, 3-pound bag, 88 cents. Cooked shrimp, Hy-Vee oyster crackers, egg noodles, blueberry muffins, Simply orange juice, windshield washer fluid. Don't put the Simply orange juice in your windshield washer fluid. Make sure you understand they're 2 different things. I don't know if orange juice, maybe the acidity in the orange juice would help clean your windshields. I don't know. You could try it. Don't try it. Coca-Cola, 2 liters, 77 cents each. Street taco kits, chicken or carne asada, $10. That's an awesome price on that. Also have some sampling going on in the store with the holiday show. And then on Saturday at 3 o'clock, Iowa Hawkeye football back in action, taking on Minnesota. 50-cent drafts, $10 appetizer buffet, and $2 well mixed drinks. That is awesome. We've got brand new hot deals. 100 degrees, cold outside, hot inside the store. Each and every Wednesday, brand new hot deals from the front page of the Hy-Vee ad. That's where you'll see them. And right here, we'll show you these as well. Come into the store, check out, how about Doritos for $1.88. Honeycrisp apples, 97 cents a pound. Hy-Vee chopped salad, $1.77. Ground beef rolls, $1.88. I believe there's a great deal on Coca-Cola 12 packs. And how about some all-purpose Hy-Vee flour, 98 cents. Awesome deal. Get in on that and don't miss out. We've also, speaking of great deals, Friday, Saturday here at the store, a monster fuel saver. So it's typically not as big as this one, but Friday the 15th and Saturday the 16th, this Friday, Saturday here at Hy-Vee, when you spend $60, you get 30 cents off per gallon. What? 2 days. Awesome. So do the math on that. Don't pay full price at the pump. Also some great deals. How about buy one, get one free Hy-Vee Chinese 2-entree meal? That is just a crazy good deal. So the 2-entree meal is like $7.99, I think. And you buy one and you get one free? What? That's a lot of food made fresh. Shout out to my friend Jay, who's running Hy-Vee Chinese. The man has curry chicken. Have you had curry chicken? It's so good. You know what I had for lunch yesterday? Curry chicken. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's stuff that you're not seeing. So come in for that and save on the fuel saver, won't you? We told you about the buy the ham and get the turkey deal. That's an awesome one. Still going to continue having that here at Hy-Vee, right? So buy the ham, get the turkey for free. Use the ham, use the turkey, save one or the other, whatever you want to do. Nobody else in town has that deal. want you to come in and get that for sure. And then if you don't want to do the cooking on Thanksgiving, of course, Kim Beckman and the crew, they'll take your order, whatever you want. Maybe you want prime rib. Hey, whatever. Maybe you just want, fried chicken. I don't know, whatever. Maybe you just want chicken nuggets on Halloween. I want chicken nuggets and some muscatine. I mean, they can customize it, of course, but this is a great deal. So holiday dinner, check it out. And I thought I was going to get the half package, but then I'm told, no, I've got to get the full pack because my mother-in-law is going to be over at the house Thanksgiving night. So guess who's getting the full pack now? Serves 6 to 8 people. 10 to 12 pound turkey carved. That's what we'll do. 2 quarts mashed potatoes, 1 quart of gravy. Okay. 2 quarts green bean casserole, 2 quarts of dressing, 12 dinner rolls, 12-inch pumpkin pie, and a partridge in a pear tree for $89. That's an awesome deal. Thank you, sir. And just because it's getting into the season, and I don't know, was this your idea or what? I certainly didn't ask for a whole bunch of Star Wars gifts to be brought to the set, but maybe this is Chris's way of saying, have you tried the new Disney Plus streaming? Because what Disney needs is more money, friends. I don't know if you understand how wealthy the Disney Corporation is. They bought Star Wars from George Lucas a couple years ago for like $4 or $5 billion, and it's already, they've already made that money back and then some. So if you're thinking to yourself, I love Star Wars, but I've never had a Star Wars waffle. You can do that. This is, this is an R2-D2 waffle maker. And then I know what you're thinking. Hey, I love crock pots, but boy, that crock pot would be even better if it was a Star Wars one. I know. What would make this dip better? Darth Vader. And then, because again, it's not enough to just microwave your popcorn. That's boring. Who's microwaving popcorn when you can put it in the R2-D2 mini stir popcorn popper for just a low price of $24.99? And, it tastes better. And listen, there's another Star Wars movie coming out. This is called merchandising. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I did buy an autographed hoverboard prop that's signed by Christopher Lloyd, so I can't really say anything about a Star Wars popcorn popper. If anything, the Star Wars popcorn popper was cheaper than that hoverboard. But that's for another time and another place. So, yeah, 'tis the season to come in and get your holiday stuff. We have a ton of gifts and toys, and I hope that you'll think about Hy-Vee for that. All right, to recap today, I took the test, and I don't know if we have a job board, Chad. I didn't see one this morning. I'll have to reach out. I took the test. I got the blue thumb. It was great talking to Nancy Carlisle with Unity Point Health and my coworker, Kara Zigeman, Hy-Vee dietitian, and Kim Seligman with the Muscatine Diabetes Project, and Mel Steckel with the Muscatine Community Wine, Allison Castle. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. On the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper, encouraging you to take the assessment. Where do you find yourself at? Can we make Muscatine County #1 by 2021 with respects to folks that don't have to worry about diabetes? Type 1 diabetes, you can't really control that, I understand, but type 2 diabetes, diet, exercise, and all the opportunities that we have in this community to help folks, to surround them with care. The total being is just great. So thank them for being here. I appreciate that. Tomorrow is World Diabetes Day, so I will try and remember to wear a blue shirt tomorrow. And Nancy Carlisle did leave the derby cap for me. It fits, obviously. It fits. One size fits normal size heads. I don't have a normal size head. It's also going to ruin my beautiful hair, so we'll just put that right there. And, of course, thanks to our friend Lieutenant Greg Bach with the Salvation Army of Muscatine. Red Kettle campaign kickoff tomorrow, 5 p.m., Pearl City Station. Thanks to Chief Talkington, Chief Jerry Ewers, and Sheriff C.J. Ryan for being the co-chairs for that campaign. Go to registertoring.com. Help out with 2 Weeks of Love. Looking for toy donations December 2nd to the 6th. Food donations the 9th to the 13th. And everything you donate stays local here. All right, I'm out of breath. Said a lot. Thanks for watching the show. If you have any guest suggestions for me, you can email hyveetoday@gmail.com or call me at the store if you don't have email access, 563-264-2420. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine, and team staffing. We'll see you tomorrow, Thursday, with another dual guests. 2 sets of guests tomorrow right here on the program. That's all I've got. All right, we're gonna have some Star Wars popcorn, and we wish you all a good day or a good evening. Don't miss that Moonlight Madness sale tomorrow as well. Come on out. All right, take care. Bye.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.